Okay, came up short tonight against a good football team. Just too inconsistent overall. Not enough complementary football. Turned the ball over twice. I thought the defense got off to a slow start the first drive in particular. The second drive they scored as well, and that really came down to two plays: the roughing the passer penalty on Tim, and then the third down I thought was a critical third down conversion there. And then I thought we settled in defensively and had a couple of short fields before half there that I thought we did well with up until that 3rd and 10, and we were in a man coverage and we got a little greedy and ran past our man and he dumped it to him. And so I thought in the second half they settled in, needed to get a stop at the end right there. But overall, just too much inconsistencies in the kicking game, as well as just the offense overall. Some good plays, and then but not enough of them. So with that, I'll turn it over to you.
From your perspective, what did you see from the offense from that first drive where it seemed like everything was working to the lull that it kind of had the rest of the half?
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. I thought we got off to a really good start in a rhythm, and then after that it was tough sledding, and so. That can't happen, right? Against a good football team that's known for scoring points and a good quarterback, you got to be able to score points, and we didn't do it enough, obviously.
It seemed like it worked for you going up tempo last game. It seemed to take you a while to get there this game. Why do you think it took so long to maybe push the pace as you did a little bit later in the game?
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for you right now. I've got to look into that, but I know what you mean. I saw it at the end as well, and we moved the ball. So.
What explanation did you get on the grounding call there at the end of the first half? And you talk all the time about scoring right before the half, and then you get the ball back. Yeah. Is that a swing there?
Yeah, no, it was a swing, and I think that we had a chance to get points, and then we give up that, like I said, that 3rd and 10. I think we turned the ball over. We get off the field. We come back. We get sacked. We punt it out to around the logo, somewhere around midfield. We have them 3rd and 10, and a chance to win that series also off a short field again. And I thought we just got a little bit greedy with our man coverage, and we ran past our coverage, and he dumped it because we had the coverage we were looking for, and he made a play, and we got to be a little bit more disciplined there. That's that one hurt right there, but. The grounding piece, look, they made the call. That happens, I think, quite a bit in the NFL where a guy cuts off. And I understand what they saw, but I also understand what happens. So we go with what they call.
Hey, Sean, at 5-4, you mentioned complementary football. It seems like every game now is a different issue. Is your frustration level rising that there's just going to be too many holes in the boat, so to speak, to plug?
No, we've got to continue to coach and continue to play hard and find ways to win. That's what you do in this league. You got to find ways to win, and it starts up front on both sides of the ball, establishing the line of scrimmage. I thought I didn't think we did enough of that tonight. Again, at times it was there, but not enough, and we got to feed each other, right? And right now it's too inconsistent.
Defense hasn't had an interception since the Dolphins game. How much of a concern is that, and how do you got to find a way to make some turnovers?
Well, it's making plays on the ball, and then and again, when you're talking about the defense, it's, hey, are we putting enough pressure on the quarterback? Usually turnovers happen either by just a poor decision by a quarterback, but more times than not, it's when you can affect the quarterback, when the quarterback's getting affected, and the rush and the coverage are working together. And again, tonight I didn't feel like we were able to affect him enough, especially on the early downs.
Did you work Rasul Douglas about how you thought it'd be?
He was in there, yeah, and he was in there, and then we had some injuries, and I thought he did some good things.
Can he add to his role as he picks up more of this defense in the next 9 days?
We'll see. Yeah, I would expect so, and I applaud him. He came in. Both LJ and Russell did a good job of trying to learn on a short week. And to go out there and play an NFL game with basically 2 days of practice was impressive.
Sean, what needs to change offensively? Just so much inconsistency, especially.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you, but consistency is let's just start there, right? More consistent, establishing the line of scrimmage, I thought last week we spread the ball around. Tonight, not as much, and so thought there was times when Josh had time back there, and from the looks of it, maybe nobody was open. So we got to look at that and say, hey, why aren't we open? And when he has time, and I think that's where we got to start.
What trend has that been? The lack of productivity from guys that are not, I guess, Stefan in the last couple weeks, Dalton.
When you say lack of productivity from.
Like today, Gabe didn't have a catch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you mentioned Steph and Dalton. I didn't know where you're going with that.
like those guys for sure, but after that.
Yeah, I mean it's you got to have more than two, right? And so obviously Steph and Dalton are heavy hitters for us, and they get their targets. But when you're getting into a rhythm and the run is working with the pass is working with the run, and they go hand in hand, and just too inconsistent tonight.
Sean, by saying establishing line of scrimmage, are you insinuating getting more effective running the ball?
Well, I think we ran the ball 8 times maybe with the running backs, and Josh had some scrambles and 1 or 2 design runs in there. I think it was 1, but you got to do that in order to move the chains and keep a good offense off the field, and I think that's all part of being a good offense is being two-dimensional. Not that you're going to be 50-50 totally balanced, but the threat of being two-dimensional.
Sean, do you worry about the confidence of your team? You say you check in on those things. It's been a rough stretch.
Yeah.
Is that a concern? I know you have leaders on this team to help with that, but is it a concern of yours right
No,
now?
it's not. These guys do a great job. They're invested, and look, it's tough to win in the NFL. You go against a good football team, you got to do things right, and we didn't do enough things right tonight in order to win.
They had 9 pass plays for 15 or more yards. Did they do something that you didn't think, or was it just a matter of being out of position?
It was just no. I mean, we just nothing we didn't think that they would do. Really, the first drive, I thought we weren't settled in, and then after that, I thought we settled in. Believe it or not, we had the penalty, and then we had the critical 3rd down, and so just continuing to work on our rush and coverage, working together, and I just didn't think overall that we made enough of an impact on the quarterback tonight up front.
Are you satisfied with the progress that Von's made in his recovery since beginning the season on the PUP list?
He's working as hard as he possibly can. Like I've said before, Von is Von, and Von's going to continue to work hard, and he has that resume for a reason, and he's coming off of an ACL. I think that's where he is, and he continues to hopefully improve every week.
Sean, you mentioned injuries at the corner. Is that what happened to Christian? Why he didn't get
Christian tweaked his hamstring, so he got pulled out, and then Dane at the end of the game there as well. So not his hamstring, but something else with Dane. So, all right, thanks, guys.